Alright guys, I'm here with my friend Bobby, and he's going to be playing some games for us. Do you know what you're going to be playing, Bobby?
No idea.
Alright, it's going to be an Atari game. Take a wild guess. What do you think we're going to play? Old Atari game. Think
old Atari game. Would it be something I know?
It could be.
Centipede.
No, it won't be. No.
Pong.
No. That's a good choice, though. But no, it's not going to be that at all. I think you're going to have a lot of fun with this one, though. But anyways, are you ready?
Let's do it.
Alright. Let me know if you like this or not. I want to get your reaction.
Yes, Star Wars.
Excellent, yeah. Go ahead. Alrighty. So Atari, you really have to use your imagination on these things, but what are you playing right now? What is this?
The Empire Strikes Back, playing on the planet Hoth.
Yeah. You see, that's one of the cool things about Atari. I mean, it's such a simple device, but I mean, when they do it right, they can really pull off some incredible stuff. But anyway, so right now you gotta attack the AT-ATs, of course, and I mean, as you can tell, they start to deplete health while they're being hit. But remember, only shoot the bodies and the head, because that's the only part that takes damage. And you'll also notice that there's like a little part where every now and then, like, it'll flash like this little pixel on it. And when it does that, it's going to be hard to notice that right here. But once it's doing that, then go ahead and try to hit that pixel, and that will destroy it like in one hit. So that'll be like its weak spot. You see, there you go. Yeah. Oh, there you go. You got it.
Yeah.
You got it. All right, then you just go on to the next one.
I like it. It's got like an old kind of fashion radar at the bottom.
Yeah. And they actually stole that kind of from Defender. And yeah, Defender had a little radar like that too, but this one up for the Atari Empire, I mean, it's just a lot better than Defender, because I mean, it's just a lot smoother. With Defender, you would like shoot and then your ship disappears because it didn't really have the processing power to do like all those things at once. But yeah, so this one actually does quite a good job. Even the snow speeder looks like a real snow speeder almost. If you squint hard, if you use your imagination.
It almost looks like an X-Wing.
Almost. Alright, and so this game, it came out in 1982, and this is probably the first Star Wars video game out there. I've heard some people say that the first Star Wars video game was actually Star Wars Electronic Battle Command, which was like this electronic light-up game, and I actually do have that. But I don't consider that to be a video game. It's like one of those, like, I don't know, tabletop Tiger Electronics things. For me, a video game, I expect it to be on cartridge. And so this is actually the first Star Wars game that was on cartridge that you could play on a home console. And, but confusingly, there is also like a Death Star Trench type deal game which came out a few years later, actually, I think 2 years later, which was the port of the arcade Death Star Trench vector graphics game. And so, confusingly, that is not the first Star Wars game. Empire is actually the first Star Wars video game, and the Death Star Trench Run is actually, I think, like the second or third game. But either way, so they did a really good job on this. And alright, there was a ripoff of this which happened over in Europe because there was a guy, Jeff Minter. Oh, sorry. There was a guy, Jeff Minter, and he's this really well-known programmer who has kind of a cult following, which I don't really understand. But he basically ripped off this game, and he titled it, I think, Attack of the Mutant Camels. So you see, they even look like camels, so he just altered it just a little bit, and for some reason this guy, I think he even has like some sort of camel llama fetish, because every damn game that he makes has like llamas, giraffes, camels, goats, something like that. He's a strange guy, and I don't really get it, but I think he was able to get away with a complete ripoff of this game over in Europe because it just was never released over there. So people had seen the movie, but they didn't know a game like this existed.
And they couldn't tell the difference or know that it was Star Wars?
No, I don't think so, because if I slapped Attack of the Mutant Camels on here and I didn't have that musical intro, come on, would you think that this is Star Wars? Come on, you would think just as easily it was Arabian Nights or something with, you know, camels and everything in it. But also, there are certain different modes to this. Atari games, one of the coolest things is that you could always adjust the difficulty, and sometimes that could be a little bit misleading. It's kind of a misnomer, the difficulty switch on an Atari console, because it doesn't really adjust difficulty. Usually it adjusts the game itself. And so one of the cool things that it will do is that it will make a different game where I think there's one mode where the walkers are actually solid, so you can't fly through them like you usually do right here. So that kind of makes you, well, to be honest, it ups the difficulty a little. And yeah, those things, they shit out laser beams too.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this is gonna be easier. I can just kill from the back.
Yeah, but yeah, so there's one mode where the walkers are solid, and I don't know if it's on a certain mode or if it is just in the game itself and we haven't gotten to it. But there's a mode where your ship will flash, and that's where you have the force, and it makes you like a little bit. It makes you invincible for a short time, I think. And I don't think I've ever seen that before. It must be on one of the other difficulty levels. And another difficulty setting that it has is that the walkers will fire like a missile, like a homing missile at you that kind of follows you around. But again, that's got to be on one of the other difficulties.
I keep thinking I'm shooting the missiles, but I think I'm just getting hit.
Yeah, no, you see, there you go, like that was shooting the missile, but then, there you go, there you got you. And I kind of like the animations that it has, like when you get hit, like it kind of like knocks you back like a cartoon instead of like, you know, oh, just take off a little bit of your life.
And it seems like they follow you just a little bit.
Ah, yeah, I see what you're saying. You know, it's kind of weird when you keep moving right because it makes the walkers look like they're moonwalking. It's two Michael Jacksons in a horse costume, that's what it is. Oh, jeez.
I'm liking it.
You do, you like it. Oh man, yeah. But I don't know, this is actually one of the better Star Wars games for Atari, and actually one of the better Star Wars games in general. The early games really weren't that great. Like, especially on the NES and, you know, games like that. There you go. But, yeah, so the early games weren't really all that great. But, actually, there is kind of a remake of this game, which was on Star Wars Empire Strikes Back for the Game Boy, and I think the NES, because I think the one was a port of the other. When I was a kid, all I had was the Game Boy version. And with that, I had never played this game, because I didn't have an Atari when I was growing up. But I do remember for the Game Boy version, it's like this side-scrolling shooting adventure game. And so after you get through the first couple levels, when you go through, I think Luke is like going through the snow caves, and after that he goes through Echo Base, and then finally he gets to the Balapoth, and it has a little speeder, snow speeder level, which is very, 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 very similar to this. And I didn't realize that at the time, but I realize it now. I think it's a remake of this, but they do add a few more elements to the Game Boy version that I played. For one thing, I think if you press select, you can like fire the harpoon and the tow cable or whatever, and then you tie them up, and then that gets rid of the walker in one shot. Then also, if you get shot down, you actually walk along the bottom as like a little soldier guy. Well, as Luke. I'm sorry, what the hell am I thinking? Anyway, so you walk along the bottom, and you can actually do that thing where he, you know, shoots the little cable up there, and then he uses his lightsaber to kill one of them. And then you can also climb into another snow speeder. So it's actually a really cool take that they did on it. And I love D-makes. I love it when somebody gets the game, and instead of improving on it, they make like a lesser version of it. And that's one of the reasons why I like this one so much, because again, I grew up with that version on the Game Boy where it had that. Now that I know an homage to this game. But for me, since I grew up with that Game Boy version, this feels like a D-make. Like somebody actually went out and said, "Hey, how can we make that snow speeder level even shittier?" You know? But yeah, so this is just a great game.
We'll figure out how to shoot these rockets down. I think I'm getting the hang of it now.
Good, good, good.
So is it only just the walkers you fight?
Yeah, it's just this. Atari games are very simple, so it was always like, oh wait, look, you got the force! You have the force,
Yes.
look!
Alright.
Oh, cool! But yeah, so Atari games are always incredibly simple. I mean, it would usually be, people usually talk about Atari games kind of like how they talk about mobile games right now. Because mobile games are kind of like Atari games where it's usually one screen, it's just one thing happening, and that's what makes the whole game right there. Also, I think, from what I've been told, this game, it ends when you destroy all the walkers right there on the bottom, but, or it'll end when I think you run out of time, or like the walkers actually get to the base and destroy it. But either way, I've never seen one of the endings because I've always been shot down, you know, before I could ever get there. After you lose your lives, I want to check some of the difficulties and see if we could get to some of them where you could crash into them or whatever happens. Oh, there you go, you got him.
You're gonna get Bobby-Wan Kenobi.
But anyways, I knew you were gonna like this game. I knew you were gonna like this game because, I mean, I thought I was a Star Wars fan, but no, Bobby is a frickin' Star Wars fan. He's twice the Star Wars fan that I am. But yeah, and this game actually had a few more releases. I think it came out also on the ColecoVision and a few other like early PCs, you know, just early. I don't want to say Commodore, but some other stuff that came out. And either way, the Atari version is one of the more better-known ones, and rightfully so. I think it's great still.
Yeah, it's just the right amount of simple.
Exactly, yeah. Like for instance, I mean, if this was a mobile game, if this was like something you could download for 99 cents and then you play it, would you actually download it?
Yes.
Ah, you see? So I don't know, and that's one of the things I like about Atari games too. It's that I guess maybe a few years ago, if you were to try to play an Atari game, you'd be like, oh, this is so stupid. I mean, this has nothing against, you know, Xbox or PS2 or something. But nowadays, now that we have mobile games which have kind of brought a return to simplicity, now... Oh, there you go, you got the Force. And I don't know how you get the Force. I'll have to look that up. But I like that now with the introduction of mobile games, they're very simple, and people like casual games. Now there actually is a lot of demand for a game like this, which is very simple, that you could play and, you know, master in just a few minutes. So I really like that.
Yeah, and it seems like they sell really well, like Flappy Bird.
Exactly.
Something
yeah,
so
yeah.
simple.
Yeah, something just so stupid it's simple. So simple it's stupid, I should say. Oh, jeez, look at that! Look at Echo Base is going up, dude. Come on! Shit. Alright, let's try some more difficult. Or wait. That wasn't your last life? Or no, this is just a demo. Oh wow, I didn't even know this demo existed, so...
Maybe I just did so well.
Oh, that's it, dude. That's it, dude. You just went so well. Wow, now it's just like this. It looks like a psychedelic music video from the 70s. Dancing in a field of AT-AT.
And look at wait with it.
Even the speaker is like having a good time. Look at and look, you stop singing and then there you go.
No.
Damn. He's over the party now. Okay, let's try some of the other modes.
Okay.
Let's see. Usually we'll press. Well, let me press select first. There we go. Okay. Let's see what. Try press the button. Does it work now?
No.
Okay. All right. Reset then. Let's see what this mode does.
So on Atari, how do you differentiate between different modes? Is it just click and select and...
You just saw it. You just have to push the button and hope you got the right one. Oh, there you go. You see, I think the trick is to just try to hit the pixel as much as you can, but then again, that is easier said than done. And I mean, even somebody watching this who hasn't played this game, I'm pretty sure that you could tell the viewer that it's not as easy as it looks to hit that little tiny pixel on the AT-AT.
No, and especially when those things come at you, it looks like you're dodging the missile and it hits you anyways.
Exactly, yeah. The hit detection is, you know, pretty bad by today's standards, but, I mean, look, it's Atari. What are you going to expect?
Okay, yeah, look, something different came out.
What came out?
Watch, just wait, when it shoots it, when you shoot around that little, when it opens up,
Yeah?
something like a little black thing came out. And kind of chased me
Oh,
around.
maybe it was the missile.
Yeah, it was a different kind of missile, and even made a different noise, like a different sound effect. Okay, well, I killed it, but let's see if this one will do it.
That wasn't it, was it?
No.
Okay.
No, it was different from the missile.
Okay, cool. I got the manual right here. Why? It doesn't even tell you what it does. Like, yeah. Okay, but... Alright, it has...
Okay, oh, there we go.
Oh, there you go! Oh, wow.
See, that was the thing that chased me last time.
Ah, okay.
I don't know, what is it, those things that are called, the scouts? They're the robots, those black ones that they sent off to monitor right before.
Oh, I know what you're saying, yes. Okay, get this. One of the difficulty modes... Here you go. Again, 32 different difficulty modes. 1 through 16 are one-player games. After that, it's two-player. But it's not two-player like you think. It's each player takes a turn.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, it's not cool two-player. Alright, well, you know what? Okay, if we're gonna do this, then let's do mode 16, so that way we can see like the highest difficulty level, what that's like.
Let's do it. When in Rome.
Alright, let's see what you do here. What if it's like one hit kill?
Oh, it is! That's it!
No! I think you crashed into it, dude.
Yeah, I did crash into it. I flew through it like I was before. Okay, so this is gonna make it a little more difficult now. Oh, stop!
Double teamed you. One of the weird things also that I can mention about this game is that the actual box of it, well, not the box, but the cartridge of it, is shaped kind of strangely. It's, I think the cartridge was made by Parker Brothers, and it's this weird, like, hexagonal thing. To be honest, it's chasing you! Oh, dude, an echo base is blowing up! Look at this, this doomstick!
I think that's exactly what happens if you run away from it. There's no cowards in Star Wars.
Oh, man.
Oh, I keep forgetting I can run through him. Oh, damn it.
GG.
Right,
Memory of a
this is where the
goldfish.
anger
The
starts
memory of
coming
a
out.
goldfish. And you know what? That actually points out a very serious flaw, like in the whole AT-AT design. Why didn't they in the films put a rear gunner on there? I mean, now that I think about it, that's pretty... I mean, I guess the whole thing was kind of invulnerable except for the harpoon and tow cable. But why didn't they put a rear gunner on there at least? I mean, there's got to be some weapon that would, like... Oh, chasing you! It kind of looks like a flea's chasing you or something.
It is? It's like my creditors. They just don't give up. Okay, I want to see how I get that... Oh,
How you get what?
how I get that little thing to come after me. If it's just a certain time amount, or if I hit a certain spot.
That's one of the bad things also. You always have to press restart on Atari. Like, if a game doesn't start, don't think that it doesn't work. I mean, you usually just have to press reset just to get the damn thing going. And, but yeah, then I've heard a few people say that the friend, while you're playing with friends, the friend who's in charge of pressing the reset button each time is called the reset bitch. So, I'm here as Bobby's reset bitch. Oh, the flea came.
Oh, I don't know how I got rid of it.
Yeah, that's right, you did get rid of it. Wow.
It's just outflying it.
Yeah. Because, I mean, geez, that thing chases you like a fat girl, but you got rid of it.
Well, you know, back where I'm from, I used to shoot wombats that small.
Oh, really? Really? You did? You did? And you're... I can't even think of the reference. Your T-16 Skyhopper? Really? In that?
There's gonna be someone out there that's gonna be like, they misquoted that.
I know, right? Somebody is gonna absolutely nerd out on us in the comments. Oh, look!
Oh, okay, it does get you.
You know what? Wait, I think I know what happens. If you don't kill the pixel to kill the walker, the pixel turns into one of those guys. I think I saw that actually happen. Oh, and look, Echo Base is down. Damn. Now Chewbacca's gonna have to be put to sleep, and oh jeez, it's gonna be terrible. Shit. All right, let's see if it's because of like not killing the walker, then the damn thing turns into crashed again.
All right, slow down there.
Hey, next when it shoots, try to follow it. Try to see if we can go all the way to the end.
All right, let's see if we'll do it.
Oh, here we go. Oh. It's weird. Dude, you already made it to the end. Like it backtracked. So what do you think about this game so far? You like it?
It's a little addicting.
It's growing on you?
It is. But I'm not gonna lie, I've had to stop myself from throwing the controller.
Yeah, because that's my damn controller. Okay, if you throw it, you will be charged for it. It will be billed to your room. Okay. But you know what? Yeah, I've never ever beaten this game. Like I've never actually destroyed all the walkers and then seen what happens. I've never made it that far. And in fact, if you want, we'll try to make one run, a victory run. We'll try a victory run to see if we can actually get this thing beaten in just a second. Because I'm figuring that... Oh, there's the flea.
I'm going to get shot down before it even gets to me.
But anyways, we'll do a victory run because I want to see if we can actually get this beaten. And of course, I mean, now playing on difficulty level 16, I would hope that, you know, you got some skills now. So hopefully that'll actually help us out. And then maybe the other difficulty levels won't seem so bad.
Okay, I got to see right before he popped out.
Yeah.
Bastard.
You know what? I just thought about it. Calling that thing a flea, that is even more of an indication that there should have been Attack of the Mutant Camels. Just because they got fleas coming off, and so now, I don't know, you're probably playing as one of those little spaceships from Batteries Not Included. This is totally Attack of the Mutant Camels. Star Wars ripped them off.
Well, I can't speak ill of Star Wars ever.
Yeah, me neither. Sorry I did, bro. Alright, let's try it on a simple difficulty. Let's see if you can make it through there on level 1. Because, yeah, I think I read somewhere that if you kill all 5 walkers, which, I mean, there's 5 right there, then you should be able to beat the game. So hopefully we'll be able to beat it today. We'll see. You got the challenge, the Bobby Challenge. Dude, if you can't beat this, that means that you're not a Star Wars fan. I'm sorry, that just means that you have to, you know, turn your card, you have to give the card back to the Union, you've gotta, you know, you really gotta go back to Star Trek, okay? Go where you belong.
Never!
Go where you belong, okay?
Alright, I'm getting a little too cocky here. And this is a perfect time to do this game, too, just since Comic-Con just happened.
Exactly, yeah, and that's something that I also wanted to ask you. Oh, you got the Force. That's something that I also wanted to ask you because, I mean, what do you think about the new series that's going to come out with Disney at the helm? I mean, give me your thoughts about that.
I can't be too hopeful, but, you know, I can hope for the best, right?
Of course. I hate to be a negative Nancy, but I'm a little pessimistic about what we might see. But that's just me. I mean, I'm just negative right now about what I'm seeing right now. Just because Disney's got it, and I've already seen the trailer for Star Wars Rebels, and for me, it seems a little too kid-centric. But maybe they're making the animated series and the I don't know, cartoons if they make it. Maybe they're making those very kid-centric, but they'll make the films appeal to adults, kind of like, you know, Avengers or something.
Well, just think about how they did Clone Wars. The Clone Wars started off heavily for kids the first 2 seasons.
That's true.
And afterwards, it got really dark. You got how Star Wars really should have been.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
With Anakin and his demise, and seeing how he abandoned some of the ways of the Force.
You know what, that's something I want to ask too. How are you going to introduce your kids to the Star Wars series? Well, first of all, okay, let me make it clear. Bobby's never going to have kids because he hates children. But
and I'm pretty sure the viewers are just thinking, oh, it's a Star Wars fan, he's probably never late.
Let's say that we go into an apocalyptic Mad Max scenario where we're having to pilot little ships chasing around mutant camels. Let's say that actually happens one day, and then you are in charge of a boy, you know, kind of like that little gritty kid from Mad Max, you know, the one that could throw a boomerang and kill your ass. Alright, so Road Warrior, there we go. It was from Road Warrior. Anyways, let's say that you got one of those kids under your belt, and you've got to like introduce them to Star Wars. How are you going to start them out? Do you start them out with the original trilogy, or do you start them out with the prequels? Do you start from episode 1 or episode 4?
I would have to go with the episode 4.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the way I was raised. I was perfectly fine with the storytelling when I was a kid. I'm just hoping my kid won't be punished by technology and be like, what is this? They don't even look real.
Exactly, yeah. But no, don't worry. It's going to be like a Mad Max scenario. So anything that's better than, like, you know, felt puppets, then that should be okay. And, but yeah, for me, I think that I would do the same, introduce my kids with the original trilogy first. After that, I would, like, if they had, well, first of all, they're my kids, so obviously they're going to love Star Wars in there. My kids in the future, if you're watching this now, you know, Daddy knows that you're going to be a Star Wars fan, you're going to be a huge nerd like me. But anyways, so my kids, I'm going to start them out with the original trilogy. And then, I mean, I know that they're going to be interested in the whole Vader thing and, you know, him going evil and everything. So, right when they start asking, like, oh my god, you know, Vader went evil, how did it happen, Dad? I'll be like, oh, well, you know what? They actually showed that. And then I'll bust out the prequels, and I'll be like, yeah. And they never made a first episode. They only made episode 2 and 3. Yeah. I'm going to totally whitewash history. They're never going to know that episode 1 ever existed.
There's no need to know about Jar Jar Binks.
Exactly. There's no need to know about any of the stuff that happens in there. None.
I have a theory. They probably just made Jar Jar Binks just so people that are big Star Trek fans had something to make fun of Star Wars about.
That's entirely possible. It is.
They're like, Star Wars is just so cool. What can we do? It's like, okay, you know what? Star Trek's gonna lose a lot of money.
Echo base. You see. Damn it. I like how it starts flashing. It's like Echo Face just like, disco sucks. Blew the shit up. Oh man, so we couldn't do it, dude.
I tried.
True Star Wars fan. Sorry. If anybody wants to come pick up his Star Wars collection, I mean, come
for the record,
hours.
It was said only 5. I think I'd be more than 5.
Still, if anybody wants to pick up your collection, come between the hours of 5 and 7. Okay.
And then grill us on our...
Yeah. Go ahead and hit the comments and tell us about
how
we screwed up all the canon. And yeah. They really need... Well, no, they did make like a Star Wars dancing game for 360 on Kinect, but they need to make one based on this game. Maybe I'll make a music video just based on this game.
Do it.
We'll do it. Alright, well I think that's all the time that we have for today. Bobby, thanks for coming on this. We had a very good time right here. I appreciate having a fan of your caliber over here, even though you couldn't destroy 5 AT-ATs, but then again, neither could Luke. So.
Yeah, he got shot down.
Yeah, that's true.
Thank you, it was my absolute pleasure. It was fun to play the very first Star Wars game ever.
Yeah. Wait, what the hell is that?
Oh, it's changed color now. It's...
Wow. Dude, we have got to make this into a music video.
Yes.
It's gonna happen, okay? We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it, okay? It's the only way that we could pay tribute to the Star Wars canon that we have destroyed so wonderfully, and I'm sure everybody's hating the comments right now telling us about how... No, man. there could have been Jar Jar there. The Gungans didn't even exist. Yeah.
You're a Star Wars fan. Kill yourself. Oh.
Exactly. Oh, wow.